No, I told you. We talked about this. Good morning, guys.
Wow,
I told you. I said, bring that picture up again.
You're gonna do me like, appreciate greatness while it's still around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So for those wondering,
nobody.
for those wondering what's going on,
absolutely nobody.
Yesterday we had a great time with the Kirby's comic art team, man. A whole squad of them, and myself and Elle had a little art off competition. Being all artists. So we said let's put our skills to the test for these elite artists. And this right here that's an Insert Name Comics original.
Mm-hmm.
Commissions are now open, folks.
And
Commissions
closed.
are now open.
And also closed.
Oh, hold on. My well, look at that. My inbox is getting flooded.
Yeah.
Flooded already. Oh, okay, folks. Settle down. I'll get to the DMs one at a time. But this is
it's a cease and desist from Boom. They're like, stop
the idea
it.
Was to replicate Ingrid Gala's octopiece from Something Is Killing the Children. Can we grab those slides real quick from yesterday? And perhaps let's pull up yours. Let's pull up yours. You gotta do it up. Come on.
Unfortunately, it's on my other computer, not the one I'm on.
We can share it here for the folks.
Okay, Manny. Manny's trying to get back in your good graces.
Oh yeah, Manny. It being my first piece, I'm being a little bit reasonable on this one. Starting bid $500K. $500K. A million seems high. But I really want Elle to
oh, whoops! I don't have it.
You don't have the Zoom?
I don't have it on my. Oh wait, I'm lying. I can bring it up on the email.
Yeah, what do you mean lying? So we'll get to that in just a second, folks. Good morning to everybody, man. Welcome to another episode of the House of Nerd Show. I hope everybody's having a lovely Sunday morning. I see we got some people in the chat with us already. Hey, ooh, look at that. Look at that, Joy. This is Elle. This is Elle's. I know. No, let's. I mean,
I didn't know we were coloring number one, and I didn't think Sergio was gonna take it serious. If we're gonna be completely honest,
don't make excuses. No, don't put it back.
It's already gone. It's
folks. You can catch yesterday's replay.
Dragon.
Excuse me, sir.
Sergio said he'll take $3.
Hey, we're not even out of the intro of the show yet.
Okay, Ruben made sure to check in at the beginning of the show this episode.
hey, catch the replay. You're gonna see Elle's full. You're gonna see the Kirby's art teams. Their reaction was quite. I think they were just appalled, as the rest of us. Really, an insult to the arting community. I'll do better.
Manny, what's so funny is I was gonna put a Toronto hat gripping the branch, but I didn't think we were taking it that serious. So
my goodness, folks, we got a great show planned for you today. In just a moment, we're gonna bring out FLOPS Comics, a dope retro styled artist we came across recently. We said we gotta bring him on, so he'll be on in just a second. And a little later on in the show, we're gonna try to keep it tight, short and tight today. We'll be talking DC versus Vampires, which was recommended to us last week by Dragon Ranger and Marquelon Sigler. So they're coming on in a little later on in the show to talk DC versus Vampires. And I think that'll be it. Because someone dropped the ball on a copper drop. But we'll get to that.
No. I have
we'll
copper
get to that
drop.
afterwards.
I just know we just. Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, if we get to that.
we got guests on the show today. Let's be professional. We got guests. We got company. We got company. Let's bring on the company if you could, Ms. 𝗿𝗲𝘁𝗂𝗲𝗹𝗶𝗱. Let's bring him on in. No, you're not gonna do it, eh? There we go, folks. Flops Comics, my man. Good morning to you. How's it going? Oh, I like that. Is that a tat?
Hello, buddy. I just real quick. Oh yeah, that's a story for later. My first question is, what is a Western grip hand job? I've been reading the comments. I don't know what that means.
What Dragon? Please elaborate in the chat what a Western grip hand job is, if you will, please.
Let's put that one back up. Let's put that back.
I don't need a full guide how to do it.
Just some pointers.
No video tutorials necessary. Just perhaps a quick explanation, if you could, for us. Drop that in the chat. Oh, there you go. He's saying if you have to can afford it.
Not a $20.
For $20. What I'm saying, bro. My goodness.
Oh, I just woke up. I thought this was... Right, and then Elle was just saying, my boy said good morning.
Apparently, it's not a comic book. We're no longer a comic book, so we're gonna get into the hub side of things, the OnlyFans.
Dragon will be on later to show his technique, I guess.
Folks, you get all this for free on a Sunday morning. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for us one time. Hit that like, subscribe if you aren't already. We got super talented Flops Comics coming all the way to us from the UK. Is that correct? Oh, we got a little. Looks like a little bit of delay in the video and the audio.
That's I'm at 4 p.m. here. Yeah, I'm in time zones. I'm behind with the lag.
Yeah, is the lag only on? Are you seeing that as well too, Elle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's, you know what's, and it's so funny, folks, because we had a little test run. When was it? Friday night, and everything was fine. Things were going smoothly. So I mean, we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully, there is not too much lag or delays on your end.
You might need to have him just like turn off the video, maybe just the audio.
Just the audio? You think if he comes out of the stream and reconnects?
No.
No, you don't think that will make
No,
a
I
difference?
don't know. I don't know why people always do that either. It's gonna be the same connection.
Oh, you're the professional.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, but it does actually.
Flops, how are we? Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys. Great.
Yeah, is quite a bit of a delay.
No.
You know what? Why don't?
No, it sounds better though. Like, ask a question.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Was that a question?
It is a question. It is a question. Oh.
Sounds like he punched the computer.
Reconnected my internet to see.
So I think let's have you hop out of the stream for a second, disconnect, and then try reconnecting. See if that helps. And if not, we'll just go along with it. We'll roll with the punches. Yeah. I forgot that.
I'll pop back in a second.
It's all good.
Yeah. If Flops, do you want to disconnect from the stream and then try coming back in? Yeah. Okay. So That's so funny. Also, I tested this out with because he's coming from overseas. We tested it out Friday. I said, oh, the lag was very minimal.
I'm still catching up on season 3. I'm on the last episode. But my boys, my toddlers, they love the visuals of it, so I have to watch it with them. So
do you have that photo? Pull it up. That shit
I can
was
pull
fun.
it up.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Pull it up. All right.
Pull it up one time. Folks, her kids. Wow, while you're pulling that up, hey, look at that. Look at that joint.
What's my Twitter pat? Oh, you know what? I log in as House of Nerd, huh?
Commission's not open, folks. Commission's not open.
No, it's so funny because we had a discussion. Like, if he keeps throwing up that picture.
If I keep throwing up the picture, well, you don't make it.
You would exit the show.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's try this one more time with Mr. Flops Comics. Here we go, folks. Boom. Boom. All right, buddy. How's the delay?
Any better?
Oh, yeah. So far.
On my end, it all seems okay.
Oh, yeah. I see. Hey, you see how I told you?
Mm-hmm.
I told you, ma'am.
Yeah, that's like I told you. I told you
see-
to exit
see
it
that,
and come
folks?
back in.
She was chirping me.
Mm-hmm.
She was chirping me, saying that don't work, but it works. It works. So
Well, so far. But
so far.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're wasting connection time, Sergio. Speed it up.
Let's go. Let's go. Bob, where are you coming to us from? Live at this moment. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm only assuming because I'm in the UK and because there's a time zone difference and because my laptop is ancient, I'm sure all of these factors are combining to bring the quality of your show down.
Oh, the quality of the show is already down. Don't even worry about that.
You guys have the fancy microphones and everything.
Sergio, show the people your microphone.
My mic? Can I show them my mic? You really want to see my mic?
No, nobody
I can't.
wants to see
It's
it.
disconnected. I can't show my mic.
I would just be jealous.
No. Flops Comics, indie artist, man. For those folks who might not be familiar with you, tell us a little bit about yourself. What is your comic book origin story? How did you get started in the comic game? All that good stuff.
Obviously, I wouldn't say that I'm all the way in comics yet, so I don't know how much. I don't know how exciting my origin story is, apart from just trying really hard to get into comics consistently.
I mean, how did you did you read comics growing up? What were perhaps some of your favorite characters and all that good stuff?
So as a kid in the 90s, I was all about the Jim Lee X-Men, all of that stuff. The Image Comics stuff that was so exciting to anybody. That when you're a kid, it's stuff. So growing up with all of that stuff, really put its hooks in me. And then as I got older, I started into the indie stuff, the Fantagraphics stuff.
Okay.
And all of those things come what I do now.
So it sounds like you started off with some Jim Lee X-Men kind of stuff. Favorite comic character, superhero character?
When I was a kid, it was just anything that had an animated series. It was just whatever was on the TV. It was my favorite. So we were spoiled for choice back in the 90s. But then as I got older and started discovering the stuff like Vertigo comics, it was all about stuff like Shade the Changing Man and the Sandman.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big contrast.
For sure. Oh, you're a big Vertigo fan, eh? Or you were? Sandman, all that good stuff?
Who, me?
I think it's
Yeah. Both.
one of those things. It's as you get older, you
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit edgier, so you feel more ground reading those comics when you're younger.
Oh man. So Flops, I came across your art to be honest fairly recently. Came across it on the socials and all that good stuff. And to be completely sincere and honest, man, instantly fell in love with your retro style. Right up my alley. The first thing that I noticed, and I said to myself, man, it's got this look, this texture that you could touch it and you'll feel that old school pulpy paper down to like the little pulpy threads in there. So really love your stuff, man. Really digging it. Um, how did you settle on this particular style? And like kind of what's your technique? Like what made you say, hey, let me do this kind of retro look?
I should clarify for a start because there's the delay and stuff. My images aren't showing for me, so I can only assume it's just butts and boobs at the minute. So I think it's,
Well,
it'd be on brand to be honest for the show.
So I'm not going to mention the pieces too much. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it started out as because I was drawing super through the years just as I ended up with a job working for a nightclub, posters for nightclub events. I wanted to go down the man's comic covers of the 60s and 70s. So I got a lot of practice over 10 years just with different textures and halftone dots and building up a huge library of different types of textures and colors and processes. And then when that job came to an end, it didn't occur to me for a good few months to try and apply those retro things to just comic fun, just superheroes and stuff like that. So I ended up just practicing and getting a few commissions and just building from there. And I seem to have built an audience pretty fast, which has been it's been really exciting and new.
Your audience for sure. I mean, it seems like your social. Did you see that the Pompadour comic or comment? Yeah, it seems like your accounts are growing like fairly quickly, man, on the socials. So that's cool, man. I mean, listen, this is what we're about on the show. Just talking, all the dope stuff that we come across with, comic book art, all that good stuff. So that's why we wanted to have you on here. In terms, so you had mentioned with the retro style. What was that term that you said, the half tone dots?
Halftone dots, zip tone dots, basically any old textures from comics. It was all created with different types of processing papers and stuff like that back in the day. And now with computers and Photoshop, it's easy to replicate those effects.
Okay.
I encourage any artists to just take a look at the different models.
I'm gonna look into that. I wonder if that's the same thing as the Band-Aid dots, from the old, like the 70s, the 60s. Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, same thing. Eh? Okay, yeah. Just different terminology.
Exactly. Yeah.
Big sucker for that.
There's a few different types.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just saying.
The delay is making me laugh so much.
You're good.
Oh man. So are you able to see the images that we've got that we're throwing up right now?
Yes, they've caught up now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. Yeah, so we can see here some of your older work, and I was just pulling.
I think he was saying yesterday how blown away he was, how he was able to identify with some of the characters that you draw aesthetically, especially in this one. You were saying, Sergio?
Oh no, continue, ma'am. Continue.
He was also I will say this though, he has been very adamant that he was like, I think he's gonna be the first person I commission for original art, blah blah blah. And I'm trying to convince him that he wants like a selfie in the She-Hulk pose, but he's not going for it.
Oh, yeah. That pose is universal. It works for anybody.
That's what I'm trying to tell him. I'm saying, like, I think it'll work. And
oh man, nobody wants us to see me in the She-Hulk pose.
No, I think I came across your cyberpunk like style pictures first, and that's how I came to know your art, was through like, I think it went kind of, I guess, viral for lack of a better term.
This one here?
Yeah, this one.
So sick.
And I saw this one and I said, I'm in. Don't know what it's for, but I'm into it. So
it's dope. It's dope.
It's easy with stuff like that. That one was, I had a lot of stuff to do that day, and I thought, oh, I'll just spend 5 minutes doing a doodle, having a sketch, and then it took 12 hours.
Do you do a lot of cyberpunk-ish style pieces, or do you lean more towards like traditional like superhero art?
Over the last couple of months, I've been just going where the commissions take me. Just everyone wants various types of superheroes with big butts, you know. So I'm not being able as much as I'd like to. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were talking, myself and Elle, last night, and definitely for sure. So I've never gotten like a proper like original commission from an artist. Had little sketches here and there, things like that. But you know, I promise you, when I do commission, you're gonna be the first one. Just because, really, I love this style, man. Super impressed by your work. So hopefully sooner rather than later, yeah, we'll make something happen, man. I'm just the difficulty with me is there's so many.
Your head size. You don't want a selfie. You're talking about a character.
Okay, Al.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
But I wouldn't know what to get, you know? I mean, maybe lean something towards cyberpunk or maybe get one of my favorite characters, but I know it's gonna come out great. I love the whole aesthetic, the whole vibe of your style, man. It's really great stuff. And the audience is digging it too, man. We got some comments here. And we did have a question.
I'm appreciating the comments. Thanks, everybody. For
sure, man. For sure, Dragon Ranger saying is dope. We had a question from 𝗿𝗲𝘁𝗶𝗵𝗴. He is asking, what apps do you use and your drawing device? iPad, Wacom pad.
So I've been stuck with the same pirate copy of Photoshop for 15 years. So I've adapted Photoshop to work for what I need. I haven't tried any of the newer models, but there's a lot of different things. Manga Studio and stuff like that. It's great for everybody. Everyone has access to everything.
Okay, so just pretty sure just Photoshop, eh?
Yeah, just Photoshop. It's all about, with Photoshop specifically, I don't know if it applies to all of the drawing apps, but with Photoshop you can build it to be whatever you need it to be. like half of my textures I can just do with a click of a button now, and it can save a lot of time.
And Elle was saying he's on. He sounds like he's on the same page as you. He's got the 2012 pirated edition.
Everybody outing themselves today.
Well, I doubt the feds are watching our little show. So, Flops, I got a serious question here.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, it is.
If we can take the direction of the discussion in a more serious direction for a moment, in your professional opinion, I mean, we're talking about this is damn near a 10, correct? I mean, keeping in mind this was drawn, after a long night of shenanigans, perhaps on only 2 or 3 hours of sleep.
Let's be real. It took him 3 weeks to draw the branch.
I mean, can we throw this up on your site? Are we going to collab on something?
Is this your first step into NFTs?
It could be. It could be. I'm just saying, the DMs are open for
work with that.
Collaborations.
He's gonna show this picture every episode for the rest of the show. Every show ever.
Every show. I'm gonna incorporate it into the intro somehow. How did you come up with the name Flops? Is it a play on tops, like the cards?
Yes. Yeah. The perfect image shown at the minute for that. I spent a long time doing wax packaging, homages and tributes, and it just seemed like Flops was a natural joke against tops. But I found out recently that my newsletter was going straight to people's spam inboxes because of using the words like flops and floppy in my newsletter was making it register as Viagra adverts. So that was not a great name for that.
Now you pronounced it homage.
Terrible.
You would say it's homage, correct?
It's the first time I've said that word out loud.
No, stop, because that's how I say it, and everybody says I. No, that's how it's pronounced. Sergio, say it.
I say, what do I say? Homage? I don't
homage.
Say homage.
You probably say homage.
Stop.
It's homage.
I say homage. Don't put me on the spot. I don't know. When I say they muted. Oh man, homage. But you know what? So again, everything that you're doing, really, like, I grew up in that era of the wax paper, the trading cards. You had the sticks of bubble gum in there, or not. Just that. So really, really like that look. If you can just go back to a second for that to that Cruella one.
Okay, but also this is the one that he wanted, just his face.
No. Why don't worry, I can do that.
I you know what? I might commission that since you're being uncooperative.
Oh man, I mean, shit. Do it up. Actually. That's a good segue. Speak commissions. Where can folks? Let's make sure we got the folks. Let them know where can they find you? Where can they hit you up to commission? A piece of artwork from you.
I'm working on that at the minute because I can't keep track of everybody. Not because I've got lots, just because I'm a fucking nightmare. But I've got just it's at FLOPS Comics. It's just easy to send me a message.
At FLOPS Comics.
If anyone's got any recommendations, yeah, that's all right.
Okay, and I believe we do have
form for commissions.
For sure, we do have the link to your Big Cartel shop in the description of this video, so make sure to check it out, folks. We've got the link to his Twitter, his Instagram, give Flops a follow, man, because yeah, if you've got even an ounce of good taste, man, you're gonna dig you're gonna dig his stuff, man. He's killing me right now with the comments. Oh,
Can I use that as a
that's
pull quote?
you do these super cool. Al, if you can go back for a second.
Yes, right away.
Man, I love these, you know, like I don't even know what you call these. You got the name
corner
there.
boxes.
Sorry?
I can't see what. There's always a delay in the picture. I can't tell if you're looking at a butt or if it's a corner box.
Like the comment.
It's the box, not the butt this time.
Yeah, corner box.
Yeah.
The corner box.
Oh, the corner box. Okay. Those are pretty cool. I dig that. Yeah.
Having a lot of fun with those.
For sure.
That's just all the textures and colors just work perfectly for corner boxes, because even if it didn't have any of the letters or words in there, you'd be able to tell what it is that it's been ripped from a comic cover straight away. I think whoever invented those was a very smart person, because they always helped comics stand out on the stands. Yeah, it's fun to exploit.
I dig it. Again, folks, check him out. Check him out, please, man. Hit up Flops. Your commissions are open right now?
I'm taking on stuff for June. June and July deadlines at the minute. I've got a few to clear over the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
I should give a heads up. If anybody wants inflation-themed artwork, I cannot do that. Just people keep asking me for me to draw characters as balloons. I can't do it. Don't ask.
Is that like a niche? Is that what?
Yeah. Don't Google. Do not Google character inflation.
Please, because I was about to.
Getting requests.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
We just learned
Look,
something.
You just made me open another window. You said don't do it, and I said, I take that as a challenge.
We got a question.
There's a lot of people who want to see their favorite characters.
Oh no!
Oh, Al, you gotta share it now.
No, I don't want to.
No, please.
Oh my
You
gosh!
have to do it. You gotta share now. Now we're too curious. This is where the conversation is going.
I honestly have never heard of this before, and I will say that I have, forayed into some weird shit, but this is definitely something I was not expecting, and that's interesting. Thank you, Flops.
I would say
if I had to find out what it was.
Yeah, everybody has to know what it is now. Oh,
we've got the request. Manny say you got to share with the class. Oh, come on now.
Oh no,
it's not worth it. You'll get taken down.
Oh, okay. It's like that. Oh my goodness! After the show,
I'd say 6 in 10.
Oh,
6 in 10 of my commission requests character inflation.
Oscar said, "Why?" And you know what? That's oh my gosh. Oh geez, you said how much percent? 90?
Oh man, that's wild. That's something I'm gonna have to look into.
I'm gonna go to your followers list and look at all their likes. Deviant.
Oh I'm very curious. I don't know if I can continue the show without.
Go ahead and Google image search it. It's different.
What do you? How do you spell it?
Inflation.
Inflation, yeah.
Character inflation.
Character inflation.
Look at Manny. Manny had to go. He said, "I gotta go check it out right now."
Character inflation. Let's see this.
This is not where I wanted anything to go.
You brought it up.
Okay.
Not Sergio bookmarking everything. He said for later.
Why did your room go darker?
He turned down the lights. Look, now his request is gonna be, hey, I know you said you didn't do.
I think I figured out my commission request. My goodness, what is this stuff? That is
Oh gosh.
oh
Can you do just the head, like just to inflate the head, and the body's the same size?
I genuinely don't think I
It's kind of already
can't
true
even
to life.
imagine attempting it.
oh man.
He said setting the moon.
Hey, listen. Listen. We learned something. Thank you.
Thank you.
This show is a success. Success. Flops, before you get out of here, we want to plug. You have True Indie Comics at True Indie Comics. Can you tell us what that is about? What you're trying to do with that platform?
Yeah. So basically, as a side project, I'm starting out. So if you follow or go to follow at True Indie Comics, it's going to be just retweets and reposting different artists' stuff for a little while. But I've got some big plans for just a platform for creators to promote creators. Everybody chip in and help each other out a little bit. It's just in the very early stages at the minute, but it'll be a. I just want to get something on the go that helps people, however I can.
And you said that was at True Indie Comics?
Yeah, that's right. Very basic stuff at the minute. Just I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to. I don't want to oversell it or anything. But if you've got a comic project,
yeah.
I love that. I love that idea. Indie creators, indie creatives helping each other, a platform to boost each other up and just to kind of spread that love. That's great. So please, folks, check it out at True Indie Comics. I know. Is that a Twitter only, or is that Instagram as well?
There is an Instagram, but at the minute it's just showing my shelf porn. It's nothing exciting yet. I'm just trying to build up something. It's if anybody has a project they want retweeting, like if there's a Kickstarter or whatever platform you use, send a message over there and I'll retweet the shit out of whatever anybody's working on.
Oh, and you just did the cover for 𝗿𝗶𝘁𝗵𝗴, and we had Richard Morgan on. He was Blam and Glam the other week, so very cool to see everybody's artwork for this project.
It was exciting that he bought my copy and I'm gonna get his copy as well. It's fun teaming up with all the same people. It's nice seeing everyone, the community building on Twitter constantly. It's nice.
Yeah, because when I saw it, I said, wait a minute, because I've been following Richard for a minute, and then you more recently, and so I was like, oh, they're all working. That's cute. Let me go ahead and support everybody. That's cool.
Yeah, it's nice that it can be international. It's everybody push just retweets and stuff like that. It takes nothing, but it makes such a huge difference for spreading the word about everybody. Yeah, I've got a lot of love for comics Twitter at the minute.
I love to hear that. I just came out with my first piece here. I'd love a retweet. I'd really appreciate a retweet.
All right.
This artist life is a struggle. You gotta help me out here, buddy.
Okay.
I don't want you to make too much money from it. That's the problem.
Yeah,
It'll go straight to your head.
it will, and it's already inflated. So let's not.
I thought you guys were friends. This has all been misleading.
Oh no, we're besties.
Speak for yourself. I don't like you.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and remove myself. A house divided.
Flops, it was great hanging out with you. You're welcome back anytime on the show. We're gonna keep talking about your dope work anytime we come across it. Folks, please check out his socials, Flops Comics, man, and hit him up. Support these dope, amazing indie artists, man. Hit him up for some commissions, man. I know 100% you're gonna be my first commission.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for coming through, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
All right, cheers. Enjoy the rest of the day, yeah?
You too, everyone.
There you have it, folks. Flops, comics, man. Yeah, man. Dope style, retro, right on my alley. Came across it and
Who put you on?
we're gonna start telling lies now.
I think we are. We just might be at that point in the show where we tell lies.
Okay.
Oh
Man.
hold on, I have that picture for Elwood.
For Elwood?
Do I do. Yeah, my boy is watching straight, and it's so funny because I like throughout the progression of the show, they just kept getting like closer and closer to the screen, and so that's fun. But they really like it. They like the aesthetics, the characters, and everything.
Dragon.
It's my
Sorry.
5 and 4 year old.
Come on, Dragon. We're ready for you, buddy. Your kids are too much, man. Hilarious. No, put them back up there.
Artie.
Oh, man. Look how close to the TV they are.
And it's not a small TV, but compared to how big their heads are, that close, like it was, they like kept, and I had to keep telling them like back up, like I'm trying to watch too, but they didn't want to share. They wanted to watch all of it.
They like the scary parts.
They love like the Demogorgons and all the creatures and stuff. They have like those Demogorgons Funko plushes and stuff.
Okay.
And my daughter, she's not in the picture obviously, but she's 10, but she has like all the Funkos, like all the retro Funko ones for Stranger Things and the jewelry and stuff. So all my kids like it, but the boys obsessed.
Okay. Stranger Things, I gotta catch up on season 4. I watched the first episode. Great start. Cool stuff. So folks, last week we had a couple. Excuse me.
So are we skipping 𝗿𝗲𝘁𝗄𝗵 to the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Don't dismiss it. I know your head is a little inflated right now. You saw some things you ain't never seen before.
Flexing. Hey, listen. Last week we had a couple of members of the community hang out with us. I was like, man, you know what? I'm trying to get back into superheroes. What do you guys recommend? They recommended DC versus vampires. We decided let's bring them back on. It was their rec. We'll talk about their rec. Was it a hit? Was it a miss? Did I enjoy it? Was it a good book to get back into the capes and the cowls, man? So who do we have with us today? I'll let you do the introductions.
Hello. And hello.
Hello.
Hello. Real quick, Dragon, if you wanted to elaborate on the Western hand job.
I already told you. If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Googling.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
It's just an Urban Dictionary search away.
Man, welcome, Marquelon 𝗿𝗲𝗂𝗵𝗴. Welcome, Dragon Ranger. Thanks for coming back on the show with us, my man.
Thanks for having me back.
Yes, thank you for having us back, man. I enjoyed it last time.
I Googled it on Urban Dictionary, and it's an overhand method, apparently. So good to know, Dragon. Thank you for, we learned about that. We learned about character inflation. It's been a real educational day thus far.
Folks, you get this stuff for free on the House of Nerd Show. Please hit that like
Got the
button.
skills right here.
I'm about to block you.
Holy shit. Man, so you guys were here with us last week talking week in review. You talked some of your favorite books. And as I said just a moment ago, you guys recommended DC versus vampires because I've been jonesing for some superhero content. I read it, including the
The Hunter issue, yeah, that just came out this week.
Yes, sir. Before I share my thoughts, why don't allow you guys to tell us what is DC versus vampires? about. If you guys can give us a synopsis and share your thoughts on the book.
Well, I guess I'll go. I mean, what caught my attention to this book was, I like horror comics. I like supernatural stuff. I like superhero stuff. So, I can't think of what it was last time, but the DC's was the big hit for DC, I think, the year before. Well, it was their take on the zombie genre, which I thought was better than Marvel zombies, actually, because it was like the anti-life equation affecting people. So I got hooked on DC's. So when I saw DC versus Vampires, I saw Rosenberg was writing it along with James Ting. I said, I'm gonna jump on this. And basically, the plot is vampires are trying to take over the DC universe, and they started with the villains, and they're starting to turn some of the heroes as well. But you don't know who's been turned and who hasn't been turned. And Sergio, I'm not sure how many details you want to go into, because in the first issue, you found at least one prominent DC hero has been turned, because you see him murder one of the Wonder Twins.
Let's go all in, because I also read all the issues and the Hunters. And seeing this page right here, I said, because I didn't get it at first. And then I was like, wait a minute, he just fucking blended him.
And drunk him. So, yeah. So the first hero you find out has been turned into a vampire is Hal Jordan. Everybody's favorite Green Lantern is a vampire. And he's killing people. And so, somebody comes to, I think it was Vampire was coming to warn the Justice League and Batman specifically, hey, vampires taking over, Mary, Queen of Scots is dead and somebody's taking over. And Hal Jordan is the vampire. Like, oh yeah, I help you. He listens to you tell his whole story. Oh, by the way, I'm a vampire. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you right now. And one of the Wonder Twins is there, Zan, and he killed him. He juiced him and drunk him and killed him. I said, damn, that's cold.
And it's so funny because also, like, in that moment, he was like hyping him up, huh? He was like, you're not even like a real Justice League member. He's like, Superman said I'm important. And then he very quickly proved he wasn't that important.
I was like, this is cold as hell, man. But I didn't see it coming. And that's what I think this series does well. You're trying to figure out who's a vampire, and the reveals and how they turn people is what throws me off. So, Dragon, let me throw it to you. What do you think about it, man?
I think it's great. That was the thing that called me. Anything that has to do with vampires, I immediately give it a chance. And, DC superheroes with vampires, that sounds like a win-win to me. But yeah, I thought the same thing. Like when they first revealed the vampire in the beginning and how he just took out the Flash, I was just like in shock as soon as I read that. And then when you get to the reveal about the whole Vampire King, I wasn't expecting that either. That really blew my mind.
Oh yeah, I didn't expect that. In issue 6, I didn't expect that at all.
And then the Hunters issue that just came out, I thought that was really cool how the sole focus was on Damian Wayne and his fight to try to bring down the Vampire King. So that was a pretty cool issue to kind of hold you over until the second half kicks off.
Oh, we'll come back to this panel.
We'll go back to that. But yeah, so folks, fair warning, we are getting to some spoiler territory. I think Dragon, you touched on it. There's been like some serious shocking moments. Like Hal killing Flash, is one of his best buddies, right?
Yep.
I didn't see the way the narrative was structured. It almost looked like he was going to invite him,
right,
and want him to be, which he did, but he wasn't allowed to.
Yeah,
by the hierarchy
when they explained the science behind it. Yeah.
So when Flash will kill everybody because with his metabolism, he'll try and kill everybody. He'll decimate our whole human population. Like, okay.
And I'm gonna be honest. I don't read a lot of DC right now, but I will say that like I forgot how much I loved like the crossover events, like the big major events, because I think the last one I read was Infinite Frontier. And I'll say even then when I read Infinite Frontier, I was like, oh, I forget how much I like the DC events. And then before that, what was it, Future State? And I was like, oh, I forgot how much I like DC events. And so this was like really fun. I'm really glad you guys recommended it.
Yeah, Dark Crisis is going to be good. I can't wait for that to kick off. I mean, it kind of already has with the Zero issue that released on New Comic Book Day, but I can't wait till the event is in full swing.
And that's what is that entailing?
Dark Crisis. Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah.
It's basically the big event going on right now in DC with Darkseid and everything.
That's how not in DC right now I am.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
but they make it user friendly where you can come in like,
okay.
okay, Justice League is dead. These people to Justice League now.
Oh, so
Another
like
question.
with Justice League's, what was it, 75 or?
Yep.
Okay. Then okay, I know what you're talking about. I didn't know it had a name.
I mean, I don't really know exactly where they're going to go with it. I mean, obviously nobody does, but I kind of think it's going to set up. I wouldn't be shocked if a lot of the Justice League members end up getting killed, especially now that they're bringing in, like, they aged up John to be Superman. They got Lucius Fox as Batman now in his own title. They got Wonder Girl coming up, so it wouldn't surprise me if they start to like replace some of these heroes in the future for the Justice League. And I think that's one of the main things Dark Crisis is going to be about.
So this is separate from vampires.
Yeah.
Because what is vampires like? Task Force Z and this?
Yeah, they're all separate. Yeah.
DC versus vampires is a out of continuity, I guess, a multiverse, an old Elseworld story. You know, you see who's getting got. I mean, let's see, issue 2, the Flash got. Issue 3, I think, is when Hal, we going full spoilers, when Hal turned Wonder Woman, which was like, he turned Wonder Woman.
That like, and so listen, and I don't know if you noticed, but I made sure to throw in every panel where she was getting beat up because that made me so mad. I was like, Wonder Woman, you're not supposed to be a pick-me, but you acting up right now, and I don't like it.
Yes. Called her a pick-me.
She was like, Hal, what do you do? Oh, hold on, I think we have the panel. She's like, Hal, what are you doing to me? And I was like, he only doing what you allowing. What, you're an immortal already. Like
right there, that's it right there.
Yeah. She's like, what are you doing? And I said, no, you wanted him to do that.
But she put the lasso on him and he was like, he's like, I'm not lying. Being a vampire is better. I'm happier being a vampire. The lasso is telling you the truth. She's like, how can you do this to me? He said, because the lassos let me do it to you because it's the truth.
Yeah, which brings us to my favorite panel in the whole series so far when Oliver was like, shut the fuck up, Diane. One of the best. And when I read it, I had to read it like 3 times because I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think that was that issue 5 where basically, because the misdirection is that Batman and Green Arrow both think they're both vampires. They're like kind of aligned against each other. And Wonder Woman and Green Lantern in the background, like, oh, well, we need to go get Batman because he's been turned. He's obviously been turned. He's Batman. Why would they not turn him?
And then that twist with Batman, even like I wasn't expecting that with just
go ahead and say it. Nightwing is the king of vampire, and I had to put it on Twitter. That's the most shocking thing I have seen in comics this year. I did not see it coming, but it made perfect sense.
It did, yeah.
Because everybody likes Dick Grayson. People don't like Bruce Wayne. They respect Bruce Wayne, but they don't like him.
I was suspicious of Barbara the whole series. So, so it made sense that it was either one of them.
Right. Yeah. But I like that Barbara's the one that she figured that it wasn't the Joker because they were setting up to be the Joker. And then when Nightwing revealed himself, he was so cold when he's like, I'm going to just go ahead and kill you, father. I'm going to go ahead and kill you. And, he's like, and they were like, no, you killed him. And they were like, he said, well, he would have killed me without hesitation. Y'all know Bruce. He would have killed me.
And then with the Hunters issue too, when he was like, I'll give you mercy because, and I was like, you guys want me to like him again, but I don't know.
I mean, and that surprised me because basically, I think at the end of issue 6, you didn't quite know whether or not Damian had been turned for sure. He was like, well, they about to bite him, But in the Hunters, Damian had actually been turned, but he's still like he's on his blade kick,
Yeah.
He's still fighting against the vampires,
And I like that they kept Alfred alive, especially since Alfred is dead in mainstream continuity, right now.
I think he's the only he's like the true humanity in the series. Like he's the only basis for like moral good.
Yeah.
So
So who survived when Nightwing finally revealed himself? Because it was just a bloodbath. I know they killed Jason Todd, and I don't know who else survived from the Bat family. Who else did survive? Because he just killed everybody. I like damn. and I know Green Arrow killed Hal. So who else survived? That's what I'm trying to figure. Who else survived from that?
Man, there wasn't too many survivors. That's some of the fun stuff about these kind of Elseworld type stories is you got a little bit more creative freedom, right? Like they're just killing off these big characters, left and right, man, all willy-nilly. I think that's great. It adds an element of fun to these books, man.
Well, Ruben, to that, they had Zatanna and Constantine in this. So you have like that witchcraft and that supernatural element to it, which was interesting because I thought it was so funny when everybody assumed Penguin was turned and then she was chasing him down. That was hilarious.
Yeah. But I hate somebody kills Zatanna. I forgot who it was. And like Constantine knew, like, yeah, I know she a vampire. I know she's trying to kill me.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Well, Dr. Fate, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He just comes and kill her. He was like, yeah, I know she was a vampire, but she's still my friend. I'm still like talking to her,
Right.
Like,
she best dressed in the DC universe, am I right? And I'm just like, oh, okay. I get it, but I don't like it.
And that's something that I want to touch on is the Zatanna scene and the Constantine scene. I thought was hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
He's expecting Constantine to kill her. He's like shit, man. I ain't got nobody.
Yeah,
yes. Let's just chop it up.
Yeah.
The great thing about this story, or my favorite thing, I should say, is how each character is written. Mm-hmm. It really, they nailed the characters' voices, right?
I think that's a testament to having two of like the dopest writers right now, especially when it comes to dialogue. You got James and Matthew. And Matthew, he wrote the Hunters one solo. So I think that's a testament to that because it's very clearly like the dialogue especially, and that's one of the things I struggle with a lot in DC Comics is the dialogue. Sometimes it's too clunky, but I think James has a way of like getting to the point without too much verbiage. So that was nice to see.
Yeah, I think it was done so well. They each have their own unique voice. They just low key really really funny book. A lot of funny moments, like starting in issue 1 with the whole blender scene, and I said right off the bat, I said I'm in. I said this shit's funny. Man, right.
So just take somebody get blended up. You're like, I'm in. Somebody gets blended up and they drink their blood. Okay.
Too much. I think I saw Ragin. Thanks for coming through, buddy. Always good to see you, my man. And Sheena, what's going on, Sheena? How you doing? But this was a great, honestly, this was a great recommendation, guys. Easy to get into. It's a standalone story, not connected to anything else.
Well, I mean, besides Task Force, right?
Task Force is mainstream DCU continuity. That's mainstream.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess because if the Lazarus Pit is mainstream, it's known that you can die and they can put you in this pit and bring you back to life. So they're using like this resin from the Lazarus Pit to bring these people back to life when they get got.
Oh, so like they're doing with like X-Men and the
Yep.
Okay.
Like Krakoa, well, the resurrection protocols in X-Men, but we'll see how much longer that lasts. I got a feeling with his Eternals versus X-Men versus Avengers that may be coming to me. So.
I can't wait for Judgment Day. That's going to be awesome.
I got a feeling resurrection finna come to an end because that's the whole reason why the Eternals like, wait a minute, mutants can resurrect now?
Yeah, like I think it was in Way of X where she was like, oh, I haven't had my first death yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, this is like a lot chill. Like, why would you even want to experience that for the first time? But
shit, if you can come back, why not?
I mean,
but the question is that you coming back though?
Yeah, at what cost?
Because another friend of mine, he was like, man, I don't think it's really them. I think it's just it's like a clone or a copy of their consciousness. They're actually dead. What happens to your soul?
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
But you get into the Star Trek argument too. Like every time you go in the transporter, it kills you. Is what comes back actually you.
Oh, we going super nerd, huh? The transporter.
I'm just saying, people. I've had conversations like
I've never heard that before with the Star Trek. Okay.
That's the whole reason Bones did not want to go in the transporter. Like, this
Okay.
thing medically kills you.
Yeah.
It disintegrates you.
Super.
So why would I want to go in it? Bones is like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And you look at the old trick like Enterprise, Enterprise, they didn't
Uh-huh.
even want to use the transporter in Enterprise. They're like, oh, this is an unproven technology. I don't want to use this thing.
Yeah.
Unproven.
It was an Enterprise.
Oh man.
People hate on Enterprise. I like Enterprise because it's like
Enterprise was great.
the vocals are dicks. The vocals are not the friendliest vocals from Spock. They like always putting humans down. They don't have a tractor beam. They don't have like phasers. They don't have they have like post cannons and what is this little thing that shoots out a harpoon? I'm like, man, y'all lucky y'all did that several times over in space. Archer always making mistakes. Like, oh man, I shouldn't have interfered. That's why we need to have some kind of rule in the future. We don't interfere with people.
Oh man.
The only one I really watched tough was like Voyager, but that was because like my dad would watch it. Like growing up, that was like mandatory viewing. So, but I haven't like ever really gotten into like the whole universe. I think maybe like the Next Generation I watched. What's his name? The Will Wheaton. So when I was in middle school, one of my friends had a crush on Will Wheaton.
Wesley Crusher.
Yeah. And we actually emailed him because it was like I was living in California, and we emailed him like, would you come for like a career day? And he was like, yeah. My friend got so like spooked by it, she was like, she deleted it. She's like, we can't ask him to come. And I was like, not you have it. And this was like way post like Next Generation. Like this like generation ended in what, like 94 95 or something.
Yep.
And this was like 2002. So he was already like way grown, and she was like, oh no, we can't ask him to come because then he's gonna see me. And I'm like, you're in middle school. but it was like her big love connection thing.
But this is before he was on. He blew up again on the Big Bang Theory. He used to pop on the Big Bang Theory a lot. That reminds me of the episode of Community. Do you ever see Community where Donald Glover's character Troy loves LeVar Burton, and they invite LeVar Burton, and he's like, I told you I never wanted to meet him in real life. Like,
that's exactly
in real life.
what happened. She said delete it all, and I said, but he said he'd come.
Oh man, you guys are so much.
You never meet your heroes.
Did you guys have a favorite aspect of the DC versus Vampire books?
Just the twists in it so far have been great. Like, you never know what to expect. Every time I read an issue, I'm just thinking like, what's gonna happen this time?
Yeah, and I would say this one, DC versus Vampire, I would say was separated from like Deceased, maybe Tom Taylor's Deceased, is that it would be still like Dragons, they'd be the twist, but I would feel bad after the twist in Deceased. Like, man, I can't believe so-and-so gotta be hurt. But this is like, I'm shocked, but I'm also entertained because it's funny. A lot of it is funny. Like, oh man, even when Nightwing turns to be the man, he was funny with it. Like, oh, I've been better than all y'all my whole life. Look at this show. You're like, it's like we pimp slap you, I've always been the best of all y'all. Like, okay.
Deceased is another one that I've been tempted to get into.
Oh, you've never read Deceased?
Dragon, tell
I
him.
read like the first issue.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
They're actually working on the last part of it because they had Deceased 1 and 2. They had, what was it, Hope at World's End, Unkillables, and then they got the last one that's set to come out probably next year.
Yeah, because the last one, I think the last one I saw where the kids were adult, kind of, it was okay, but for me, and as Dragon, I think Unkillable's the best one for Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman just, once again, Wonder Woman's a monster, and people forget how scary, powerful Wonder Woman is, especially if she's under the influence of something evil. Wonder Woman, you don't want to mess with her at all.
Until this one, when Oliver was like, shut up.
But even then, Wonder Woman survived this. She survived.
She did, but let me tell you, I always find one character to like hate the whole series because it's just easy that way. And I'm like, I cannot wait for her to die for real. Because she gets on my nerves. When she's like trying to gaslight Batman, she's like, no, your blood is tainted. And I'm like, no, bitch, your blood is tainted.
She said gaslight Batman. But I like that they I like that. Well, Green Arrow survived because Batman didn't survive, obviously.
Mhm.
You know, but you know, and Green Arrow did the mercy shot for Jason Todd. He was like, just do it, just do it. You know, but
Mhm.
they couldn't kill Diana because she had that breastplate protecting her. I said, man, that'd have been a sweet shot if he had killed Jason
Mhm.
Todd and the arrow went through him and got Diana, but that breastplate protected her. And then we still hadn't seen Superman as a vampire yet, and that kind of pissed me off. Man, Superman's was an idiot in this whole
Oh
thing. He's
man,
an idiot.
when I saw it when like Superman like exploded like the DC and stuff. I get the White House
Hmm.
and all that stuff. So like I'm excited, and then I read like the synopsis for the other series. What is it, like Killers and All Out War?
Yeah.
Those sound so cool. Like I'm super into like that post-apocalyptic storyline and how the humans are in the underground now, and so I'm excited to see where it goes with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was a good one. This was fun.
man, and they got some heavy hitters. I mean, we know Superman's a vampire. We know Firestorm's a vampire. I mean, those two
Manhunter
alone.
has to find his way back, and you know some of them. I was like what's his name? What's the shark's name? I always forget his name.
King Shark.
King. How did King Shark get turned into a vampire? And I'm like, so his human DNA must outweigh his like shark DNA, I guess.
Yep.
So I always got a good comment here. What do you guys think? Because that's kind of one of the things that I said. Hold on, like there's no way you're gonna turn Superman into a vampire
Unless he
First of
wanted to
all,
turn. He wanted to turn.
Man, can I talk?
I'm about to mute you because I have that power.
I'm trying to make a point, ma'am. Wow, embarrassing in front of
in front of everybody.
Wow. No, but think about it, guys. Like his skin is impenetrable. He's got alien DNA.
Mhm.
Like that was the one thing that I said, no, there's no way. Come on, you're not turning Soups. There's no way.
But Sergio, to be fair, remember Superman is vulnerable to magic, and vampirism is magic. It is a magical thing, you know. In DC, also remember he was weakened by the kryptonite that Batman released on him.
Yeah, he spit it at him. He said,
Yeah, Batman had the hollow tooth, the kryptonite.
He blew it in his
powder.
face. Yeah.
And he weakened him. So, but
that's,
also
that's true. He was weakened by the kryptonite, but even I just feel like because they make a point to mention it that they couldn't transform Martian Manhunter because of his DNA.
Yeah.
So I figured same thing with Superman. You know what I mean?
But maybe his DNA is more humanoid than
and
alien.
That's what I'm thinking, because I've been on all these different forums. People constantly argue about it. Superman can't be turned, but I think the way they did it, and in fact, they said they couldn't turn Martian Man and they couldn't turn Starfire either. But you know, Starfire, they basically use her as a way for Dick Grayson to walk in the sunlight. You know.
Yeah. What do you think, Dragon? Was that a bit of a plot hole there, or you think? What do you think about Soups being turned into a vampire?
I mean, I don't know. It just seemed, I don't really like that they did it because, I mean, it's Superman. You'd think if he did get turned into a vampire, you know, he would end up being, I mean, who's going to stop Superman?
That's it.
I mean, he's Superman.
Yeah.
Like, if Superman is a vampire, you'd think he'd just walk up to Dick Grayson and be like, you know, I'm the king now, and just snap his neck.
Right.
But I think that plays into his Clark Kent identity. He's a sub, let's be real. And so I think he likes to serve a higher power. Also, I like the idea that Batman is the moral superiority in this. I love Batman. You know, he can do no wrong in my book. So I like that they maintain that he was always the good guy in this. So I was like, yeah, Superman, what are you doing? Like, get out of here. So I did like that personally, because you know, I do like me some Batman.
Yeah.
Well, we want to argue. I mean, Superman can have a baby with a human, so why can he not be turned into a vampire? I mean, you know, his DNA is compatible enough with humans to have a baby with one. You know? So
well, we got to see if King Shark can. We got to do some experiments.
And I mean,
do some experiments.
And we see
you're on one today, man.
What kind of experiments are you talking about here, Elle?
We got to see what DNA is compatible with what.
I mean, in the panel you have, we see I can't think what his name is, the King of the Apes and stuff like that, right? And he's been
Mm-hmm.
turned, and Wonder Girl's been turned, and that's Mr. Zsasz and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, Wonder Woman's an Amazon. She's not necessarily human, really. I mean, Wonder Woman came from clay. If you want to get this whole argument, I mean, it's a comic book store. We don't want to like try and make everything science factual.
Yeah, no, and that's what I agree with you, because when I was reading it, I was like, Wonder Woman? Like, that didn't make sense. So she's already an immortal, so how would that allure, like, even with the mysticism and all that, like, to me that it's, but I'm able to let all of that go, because I think the story works. I think for what it wants to work, it works for what it wants to be.
I like this. It's like that old song, Elephant and Pig DNA just won't splice.
Mm.
You know what I'm
What
saying?
song is that?
I don't know.
So do you want to sing it?
Yeah, no,
I mean, I was just sold off of this alone, like the blender. Like, I was sold on this alone.
could
And
be
then
honest.
when they found the thumb in the sewers and all of that stuff, I said, okay, I'm into
Now,
this.
I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I'm gonna. I did book the fact, or I did suspect heavily that Dick was gonna be the king, because they made mention. I think it was in issue 2, where they mentioned what the old villains that's Batman and Dick had faced, the monk guy, and then Dick was involved with Monk's partner Dala or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I says, okay, there's the connection, right? But the writers, the story did a great job of kind of steering you into believing it could be any one of these characters, right? Like at one point I said, oh, it could be Barbara, or maybe it could be Red Hood, or any number.
I only ever thought it was Barbara.
Did you?
Everybody else kind of, even Joker never made sense from the beginning, because I've never looked at Joker as somebody with intellect enough to like be like the master. So and that might be me being short-sighted, but I knew as soon as I saw that they were doing that, I said it's absolutely not the Joker.
Yeah. So Elwa, were you spoiled? This is one thing, maybe because I'm not paying mine too tough to like superhero comics Twitter. I did not. It was not spoiled, the Nightwing reveal at all. So
I wasn't keeping up with it either. So it was honestly a surprise when I read it last night.
Yeah. So when do you guys know when the second arc continues? Are there other what's the word? Oh, not offshoots. You know what I'm saying?
There's 6 more issues of the main title and 3 spin-offs.
Wow.
I know I've ordered issue 7 already, but I'm not sure exactly when the date is.
Okay.
I just know I'm looking forward to it. I mean, what I would like to see how Dick got turned into a vampire and how he became the king of vampires. Apparently, in this Hunter's issue, he was like, oh, even if you kill me, there's like a bunch of people between you and me for you to be the king. I'm like, well, hold up. How does this work? How do you become the king?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Hunters, which was a one-shot, and then Killers, and then All Out War.
All Out War continues the main title?
I think All Out War is about Harley, the underground.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says here issue 7 comes out July 5th.
Oh, okay, so they took a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
It's cool though. It's a great rec, guys. Thank you so much. Honestly, man, it was fun, easy to get into, and just really refreshing. A good palate cleanser. I needed that kind of shit, man.
Yeah, if you guys like this, definitely check out Task Force Z. You'd probably like that too.
Let me ask you, real talk. Should I get into Task Force Z first or Deceased? Which one's the better one?
Oh, Deceased.
Yeah?
I was gonna say Deceased.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
Deceased is incredible.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that one out too.
I actually have the hardcover collections for all the Deceased books that they've released so far.
Okay. Oh man. I think that's. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to mention about the book?
Can't wait till July.
That's it, man.
I want to see what happens with Dick Grayson next.
Yeah.
Everybody loving Tom Taylor's Nightwing, but I love this depiction of Dick Grayson too.
I think the last 6 issues are going to be crazy.
Yeah, so we're already halfway through. We're already halfway through. 6 of 12 released. Yeah, halfway there. But I'm sure they got all the spin-offs and stuff to expand that world and the stories in the universe. So it's a great one, man. Thank you guys for the recommendation. It was a hit, 100%. Recommend everybody check that one out, man. Yeah. And then eventually when I do get to Deceased, let's bring you guys back on, man. Let's bring you, if you guys are down.
I like that. 'Cause I think
Always.
I definitely want to hear, since you read this first, how you compare it to Deceased. I definitely want to hear your perspective on that.
All right, man. Let's do it out.
Yeah, I agree with Marquelon. If you've read Marvel Zombies, then you'll like Deceased way better. I think it's better than Marvel Zombies.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's high praise, to be honest. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out. Gentlemen, Marquelon, Dragon, appreciate you guys coming through, man. Once we get to Deceased, we're gonna have you guys back on, man. For sure. Appreciate the ride.
Thanks, man. Appreciate coming on and see you guys again.
All right, gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the Sunday.
You too. Take it easy.
All right, guys. There you have it, folks. DC versus Vampire. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Easy read, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot, actually.
You liked it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was a fun read.
Aaron Hall, thanks for coming through, man. Hold on. You're so quick.
Why do you click out of the comments so fast?
Can I read? Can I read the
That's
comments?
so weird.
You're cheesing me this morning.
Can you tell?
We're about to head out of here. DC absolutely destroys Marvel Zombies. Whoa. Because Marvel Zombies was cool.
Was it?
It was. You never read the...
Sure haven't. Don't care.
Oh, wow. Rude. All right.
Yeah.
Listen. So we got Marquelon, we got Dragon, we got Aaron Hall saying DC's is way better than Marvel Zombies. Okay.
I'm down to read
Let's do
DC's. Yeah.
Let's do it. You know what? Shit. Since Aaron Hall is so high on DC's, maybe we bring on you, Aaron. Hey, this is an open community.
Oh,
man.
it's only 6 issues for the first one. I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Want to say good morning to Figure Drawing. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out with us here on the House of Nerd Show. Yeah, arting community, man. We had a dope artist earlier, Flops. If you missed it, check out his stuff on the socials. Kirby's art.
Go ahead. You'll get there.
Kirby's artist showcase was yesterday. Hey, this was a heavily focused artist weekend, eh? Yeah.
Did you want to pull up Astronaut Down so you know what to say for your pitch?
Yes. But before we get to that, you're so quick with the comments.
Here we go.
Yeah.
He said, I thought you guys were friends.
I've read Deceased. It was so good. I'm curious to read DC's. Yeah, Oscar, it was a lot of fun, man. It was just a lot of fun.
Can't wait. I'm honestly today after the show, I'm gonna check out Task Force C because there's a lot of tie-ins, and then the art switches in like number 5 or 6 where they show like the art from Task Force C.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna check that out today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I really enjoyed DC vs. Vampires. So
no, it was great. Honestly, I needed that kind of a read, man. Just have fun with it. So that was cool. I would say honestly, I would say give it a shot, at least the first issue. And if you're not feeling it, then don't continue. But I was a little skeptical, but I read it was great, man. I was pleasantly surprised by this one, man.
Am I wrong in saying that it was Task Force C?
With the Titans?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Task Force C. You're asking the wrong person.
Anyways, the Suicide Squad tie-ins with that art style. Ruben, get out of here.
Don't tell Ruben to get out of here. Be nice to our audience.
I'm about to time him out. Put
you.
user in timeout.
Don't worry, Ruben. I got your back, homie. I got your back. What are we doing now, Ms. Eldanya?
So we're gonna do a real quick copper drop without mentioning last week's.
Oh, we're not.
We're gonna pretend last week didn't happen.
I like that. I like that. Who's going first, man?
Do you have your synopsis open?
What's my book? What's my book? Remind me.
Astronaut Down.
Where Astronaut Down? Who does that one?
Aftershock.
Aftershock. Let me find it. You want to go first, man? Because
I already got your stuff up.
when I tell you, oh shit, you got it up already?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? It's coming out this week? Because I sure can't find it.
Yeah.
I sure can't find it. Are you stalling? Are we still
Oh,
live?
well, Manny, what had happened? What had happened last week was we actually had some difficulty in getting the book that I picked, and then you know what's so funny? The week before that, I also won, but my book did not come out. So
Man.
but the good part about this copper drop is, again, both books are books that I low key recommended, that I put Sergio onto. So
we're just gonna lie to the people. Okay.
no, we're gonna be truthers. We're gonna tell the truth to the people.
You know, I think they delayed it out because I honestly don't find it.
You don't find it? Where?
No, can you check on League?
I
Funny.
can check on previews.
Yeah, it might have been delayed. I do not see it, folks. I was gonna double check for me, but I'm not seeing it on League anymore.
It did. It got delayed until June 8th.
Oh,
so I guess I win by default.
Wow.
My book is New Think #1 by AWA.
Oh, so folks, I was gonna pitch. Where's my book?
No, you're gone. You're out.
But my banner's still there, so you're confusing.
You know what's so crazy is
it
didn't refresh until this morning then, because last night the release dates were still Wednesday.
Oh man, I was gonna pitch this super dope looking book, Astronaut Down, but folks, it looks like it was delayed. So you know what? Pitch your book. Yeah, you don't want to know what happened, Dragon Ranger.
Yes, it is 𝗴𝗲𝗁𝗲. And this issue #1 is Deodato, but each issue is gonna have a different artist.
Oh.
And it's a Black Mirror style anthology examining the rapid proliferation of technology, the cultural and political polarization of the country, and the technocrats that have driven us to such extremes of thought that we need to present the present as something futuristic. Each of the 5 issues is a standalone tale with its own art team.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it a lot. These were both books that I was super into, so I'm honestly kind of glad that I won by default, because low key I was gonna get them both anyways.
Hold on, not so fast with them.
No,
not so fast.
Let me. I'm about to delete it.
Folks, I got a little something for you.
He said, "Throw the poll up, Sergio."
Hey, I'm calling. Never mind. Here we go. This is my pick.
I'll make the poll.
I'm calling an audible. Listen, I'm gonna go my pick for the week, folks. The one that you guys are gonna want to vote for, because this is the one, to be honest. The Closet #1. We're talking James Tynion IV. All right, Gavin Fullerton on art. This is the premise. Let me hit you. Thom is moving cross country with his family and dragging the past along with them. His son Jamie is seeing monsters in the bedroom closet and will not let them go. It's a tale of existential familial horror from James and Gaverton. And let me see if I can pull up some other covers. But yeah, this honestly looks crazy. I've been hearing a lot of hype.
Anyways, so let's be 100% transparent.
Hey,
You have had access to the closet for how long?
disregard, ma'am.
How long have you had access to the closet and
Don't
you
worry.
haven't read it
Let me
yet?
work-
But
let
it
me
sounds
work
so
it up.
cool. It sounds so dope. I'm gonna throw you under the bus.
Let me work on the poll.
I
Oh,
already
you
threw
put
it
the poll
up.
up already.
Yes.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I love the closet. I think there's a lot of expectations of the genre going into it, and that might not be what it is.
Mhm.
But it was an excellent story. But I am excited for New Think. If you wanted to read The Closet, you could read all 3 issues right now.
Sick.
But New Think, I love a good anthology. I love sci-fi that's rooted in reality, like that blurs the line of. That's the 𝗿𝗲𝘁𝗃𝗃 cover.
That's 𝗿𝗲𝘁𝗃𝗃. We had her on yesterday, along with so many of the Kirby's art team.
He just now brought the closet out of the closet.
Oh,
You guys, and on the show, so this is canon. On the show, how many times have I said I've had the closet in my weekend review before? I've had, because this is already available. So if you want to bypass all of this, you could subscribe to Tinian's Substack for like a month and get all these issues already.
look at my man chirping. My man Alvaro's chirping, bro. Come on, homie. Don't do me like that.
He said, "Come out the closet and read it."
Come on, Holmes. Come on, Holmes. What's going on, bro?
Dragon, don't. I was just praising you the other day. I was telling Sergio, I was like, "Oh, I didn't know that Dragon be watching all of our shows," but
To be honest, you do be talking a lot of shit about him, but okay.
No, I never, ever. Ever.
Dragon's
I
the
said,
real
why would I talk about the originator of the Western hand job?
Get out of here, man. So what's the poll looking at? Let me have a look here. Oh yes, overwhelming.
Yeah, overwhelming.
75% for The Closet, 25% for New Think. We're reading The Closet, folks.
And you know, Sergio might be coming out of it, so you just never know. The House of Nerds show, character inflation. Uh-oh, look, so is Ruben. Just throw them all under the bus.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I'm super hyped for The Closet. These comments are tripping me out. Hey, big happy birthday to my main man Alvaro. Happy birthday, Holmes.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, man. Real one. Looking forward to New Think. Yeah, so am I, to be honest. We love AWA.
I'm gonna be real. I really like The Closet, but I really feel like a lot of people have expectations of it that it's not gonna hit. If I'm being honest.
You think so?
Yeah. I loved it.
Expectations are gonna be too high, you mean?
No, I think that I don't want to give any spoilers, even though it's been available for the last 3 months. But I feel like they're marketing it as a certain kind of story, and that's not what it is.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
But I will say this: it's Tinian being Tinian. Like it's him flexing. It's dope. I liked it. I like the art.
It looks great.
Thank you guys. I guess I don't have to do any homework for next week because I've already had this book in my weekend review.
Yeah, stop playing, bro. Stop trying to flex.
I'm not flexing.
I read it from like months ago. Yeah.
And you've had the PDF for months ago, so don't do me. Don't do me. You've had the chance, the opportunity. Okay, hold on. Let me mute myself.
Oh man. Hey, listen, folks. Get out of here. I didn't say you can unmute it. Oh, you just okay. I can't even change it.
House divided.
House divided. 100%.
House divided. I'm sorry. Are you supposed to talk when I'm on the screen? Hey, this is his favorite layout. Go ahead.
I hate it. This is your favorite. I don't do that. Folks, just big thank you to everybody who's tuned in today, who tuned in yesterday to the Kirby's. If you missed the Kirby's showcase, check it out. We had a lot of fun. We had Zoo Parsons, Guia Martinez, Ingrid Gala, Gerald Perel, Helena Marcellus.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss anybody?
Mikhail Ivan.
Mikhail Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best, real talk, some of the best artists in the game right now. So if you missed it, check it out. It's up. We had a lot of fun. But yeah, listen, folks. Thank you guys for tuning in each and every week, man. We sincerely appreciate you guys always showing support, making this show fun, man. Real talk. Cause I'll be not so funny. She'd be stressing me out.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for you guys, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you guys as that buffer. Cause you're a handful, man. Cheesing me out. Cheesing me. You guys smash that like button one time. One time. Oh, what do you got to say? What do you got to say for yourself?
Oh, I have permission to talk now?
You do, ma'am.
Thank
permission
you.
to speak. Permission to speak. Permission to
He
speak.
said stupid having a family. Listen, I'm happy the show is so early as it is, because the whole time yesterday during the live with Kirby's, I was like hoping, I said, I hope none of my kids come to my door and say anything ignorant. Because it absolutely would pick up on the microphone.
Oh man.
So they're all asleep right now, but yeah, that's funny.
No, it's fun. You guys are an amazing community, man. Being always very supportive, man. So sincerely, thank you from the both of us. Anything else before we get out of her? Oh, next. Oh no.
Cancel. Stop. Shut up.
We don't know what's going on here. Yeah, we got some stuff in the works, folks. We got some stuff in the works. Yeah. Stay tuned. Very, very, very soon. Announcements. Other than that, though.
Just be talking.
Wrong one.
Oh, wait. I was about to say I don't have the slide.
Oh man. Here we go.
Oh, whoops! I hit in broadcast.
It's been a great Sunday, folks. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. You guys are amazing. Amazing.
You are welcome.
I'll say bye-bye, Elle.
Bye.
No, nice. Put more energy into it.
Bye.
There we go.
Fucking
We out,
asshole.
folks. Shut up.
Shut up.